All right.
All right, bam. We is live. We is live. I am your co-host Jay Rook, and today's topic is whatever Mr. Slave wants to talk to you about, and I'll pass the mic on to your main host, Mr. Slave.
Oh, Jesus. Wow, you are one heck of a professional. Good sound effects also in the background. Anyway, it's not what I want to talk about.
Yeah.
It's whatever we find someone who wants to debate, that wants to debate about. Anyway, so let's go find some victims to debate. So we have like I added a bunch of servers yesterday. But let's see if there's people on these servers. So this is War of Words, all right. Civilized debate server. Doesn't seem to have anyone on it. I mean, okay. We have Black Diamonds. A lot of people. All right, let's try this one.
Hey, can you say it? Can you say better
He's
call
fucking
Saul?
Irish. I'm Swedish. What you on about?
Man, y'all look alike. It don't matter.
Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt.
I mean, Post Malone is closer than that shit.
Can you hear me?
You're on something, dude.
Oh, somebody talking. Hold on.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Yeah, my name is
What's
Mr.
up?
Slave. I
Whoa.
I'm streaming live on YouTube, and I'm looking for someone to debate me on multiple topics. I'll share with you my topics. It's a link. I don't know if people maybe sometimes don't like clicking on links, but there's like 30 debate topics you can choose from.
Well,
Uh,
thank you, Mr. Hat.
Mr. Slave.
Big man, you gotta change your name, bro. And it's not the move.
Do you know
Oh
that?
no, I'm
You
I,
gotta change your name, bro.
I, I'm a, I'm a sex slave.
Click on your link, bro.
Anyway, so does anybody debate here? Does anybody want to debate anything?
I gotta get ready for work.
Oh,
No, you can debate these nuts.
Yo, Wally.
okay.
Y'all fucking bugging, yo.
Real, you can call anyone you want.
Hello.
I'ma kill them all better on. Shit, we the only.
All right, so no one here. So that was not interesting. Okay, on the level, let's see what we got here. Let's try Agents of the Logos. Hello. Can anybody hear me? Hi. My name is Mr. Slave. I'm a YouTube streamer, so I'm streaming on YouTube, and I'm looking to debate anyone on anything. I have like a list of topics that I can share with you.
Are these your specialist subjects?
Yeah, these are my special. I just shared the link in the text of this chat, voice chat. So there's like how many at this point? 27, I guess. Let me check.
Have you listened to what we were talking about just a bit ago?
No, I just entered the room right now.
Okie dokie.
Is that you? Is that your picture?
No, that's just stock photo that I got like royalty free.
Are you live streaming right now?
Yeah, I'm live streaming right now. I'll share the link with you.
Okay.
So you're famous.
Hey, mom.
Here is the link to today's show.
What brought you here?
Someone yesterday shared a bunch of servers with me after I debated him. His name, I'll tell you his name. His name is Oh Boy.
Oh, boy.
Oh Boy. So he shared a bunch of servers with me. I think it was him.
Are you a representative of your icon?
Am I a representative of my icon? No. My icon is just a stock photo of like royalty-free pictures that I got off the web from a website called
So you wouldn't be misrepresenting yourself at all, right?
Wait.
Yeah, link it up. Link it up.
I like number 27, the last one. Is that just added at the end?
Let me see. Number 27. Number
is that the
27.
out of-
latest one?
Yeah, it's the latest one. It's usually I add them
Where
at
is
the
it?
end.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Yeah,
bring
I'll paste
into
it. I'll
the,
paste it.
I'll
Here
bring
you
into the
go.
chat for
There
you.
it is. So
Oh,
1 plus 1
players.
equals
That's
2
what
is not a
I'm
true
saying.
statement.
In the
The
live
sky is
chat.
blue is not a true statement. Math and logic are social constructs. Hence, they cannot be true. Just like a dog's bark, so too language cannot be true. The value true does not apply to language. And math and logic are just languages. So that's the proposition.
That's your proposition.
Yeah, my proposition. And you're welcome to
Nice.
counter my proposition.
Well, can you start off, right? Seeing as you're using one, can you define what you consider one to be?
Exactly the problem. I cannot. It's undefined. Like every other
Can you
word.
conceive it? You can conceive it though, right?
No, it's like every other word.
Sure you can.
I mean,
Cookie,
I mean,
please.
it's like here. It's like every other word in every language. It's undefined. I mean, it's like a dog's bark. It's like hand
You can
clapping.
conceive it.
When you say I can conceive it, what do you mean? I can imagine it?
Yeah,
that
I
what
think
you-
so.
I mean, sure,
Oh.
but it makes it. But if I can imagine it, but it's. I don't know if what I imagine is what you imagine. It's not clear. It's sort of clear.
No, it's the same thing. If you
Mhm.
imagine the number one,
All right.
it's the same imagination that I have.
How do
of
you know?
one,
What's your evidence that it's the same?
because you said 1 plus 1.
What's your evidence that my one is your one? And what's your evidence that
Well-
my one is my one from a second ago? What's your evidence
Because
that
it says 1 plus 1 equals 2. So we
No.
can conceive one is the same thing.
I mean, I could have said that 1 equals 1 is not a true statement just as well. I mean, there are no true. I mean, there are no true
Sorry,
statements.
I'm gonna have to jump in here. Sugar
Sure.
Cookie, shut the fuck
Mhm.
up.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what?
Sugar Cookie. You came in here and asked me a question, and then Sugar Cookie seems to have jumped in for some
Oh,
reason.
so
Don't know whether you noticed that.
uh,
So yeah, I was talking about for you. Can you define one? And you said no, you couldn't.
correct.
But it is a unit.
Define-
One is a unit.
Then you would say what? I would say, what's a unit?
Something that you can relate other things to.
What is the word something? What is relate? What I mean, at the end of the day, it's a self, right? A language is a dictionary is a self-referential.
Yeah, but logic is not that.
Yes, it is. It's based on language, so it's self-referential, and it's a
Do you
social.
think?
Can you express logic without language?
Uh,
Here, I'll give you here.
yes.
Go ahead. Make a true statement.
What you do is you hurt yourself and you go ow, right, mentally, not talking about it, and then the next time you know not to put your hand in the fire. Logic.
Well, that's experience. Here,
Logic. Yeah,
I'll
but it's
cha-
logic that's told you to do that, right?
hold on. Here, I'll give you a challenge. Make a logical claim. Any logical claim that you want. Just make a logical claim. I'll prove to you that it's not a logical claim. Go ahead.
Okay,
Any
logical
logical
statement.
claim. Any logical statement. Yeah, sure.
Gonna negate it. Just gonna go no.
Well, let's try. I mean, I'm open-minded. Maybe you'll make a true. Maybe you are able to make a logical statement that that I
Okay.
cannot deny. Go ahead, try.
Two straight lines cannot enclose a space.
All right. So I don't know what the word "two" means.
That's because you've just denied the unit one. Because you're
didn't-
going to do the same with straight. You telling me you don't know what straight is now as well?
I don't know. Even if I do
Because
know,
straight is the geometric term
how can I
similar
know?
to one.
How
It's
can I
a
know?
element. You know what we call elements.
How can I know that I know? How do I know that I know something?
Do you know what an element is?
No, and I don't know what you. Honestly, I don't even know what you mean. I mean, it could
When
mean.
you
the word element has many overloads, right? There's many usages.
When you break something down to its simplest components, then you are left with the thing. But because you are left with the thing, you have nothing to build the definition of that thing upon, because definitions are built upon stating what something is similar to, then stating the difference. So elements do not have definitions like that. It's up to you and your skill with the words for you to impart the knowledge of that, what you're talking about.
I have no idea what you just said. Make a lot.
Because you don't know anything.
No. Again,
You're saying you don't know anything.
Oh, sugar
no,
cookie.
I'm not saying. Wait, okay, let's just.
No, go on, you have a go with sugar cookie.
Yeah, let's do one person at a time. Look, make a logical claim and let's deal with it.
Bev just did.
No.
You claim to not know anything.
I mean, how can I know that I know? What's your evidence?
How can you even speak?
Right.
If you know nothing.
I mean, so what we can say is that, we can communicate more or less. We can agree until we find out that, what I meant by the word X, actually you meant Y. Then we can fix it and reiterate and start over. But how can we ever know?
So now you're going to pretend to not know what anything means.
I'm not pretending. No, I'm not pretending anything. I'm just saying, right, logic is supposed to be this bulletproof, like ironclad construct that we can rely on. It's completely.
Nobody said that. Who said that?
Then what is logic? If logic, right? So if we cannot rely on logic, then
did you want some lessons or something? Because you said you don't know anything.
No. I'm.
But you have lots of questions.
No.
So do you need someone to go through some things with you?
No. I'm making a.
Just read out my statement to him. That's the next statement, Emma. If you want to read that out for him.
Okay. You cannot debate with a sophist.
Oh, ad hominem. So that's a.
No, that's a logical statement. That's a logical statement.
How is this statement an ad hom? Please,
Oh,
dude.
I thought you were.
Are you a newbie?
I thought you
Are
were.
you a newbie?
That's an ad hominem. So wait, I thought you were referencing me.
A question is an ad hominem. Brilliant. I'm glad we're getting somewhere. This is wonderful.
Referencing your interlocutor is an ad hominem. Don't reference me, please. So, I thought when you said sophist, you were referencing me. If it's not referencing me, then okay. The logical statement you're claiming is that you cannot debate a sophist. That's your logical claim?
That is Bev's statement.
That's the logical statement that you want to present as your evidence for logic exists?
Do we have an issue with understanding simple words?
Yes. That's exactly my point.
But all the big ones to throw in there. That's very interesting.
It's not knowing. Look, I'm not pretending. I'm saying there's many problems, right? At the end of the day, language is a social construct. Logic is a part of a language. It comes out of language. It's built on language. So logic is a social construct. So you cannot rely on it 100%. So to make a claim such as 1 + 1 = 2 or the sky is blue, these are not 100% logical statements. Nothing can ever be 100% logical. These are just, we're
Can I try one?
Sure, go ahead.
Can I try one?
Yes.
If you don't drink water for 6 months, you will die.
So obviously, I agree on a macro level. But if we dig into it, then we will see that this is not 100% true.
How so?
Just
can somebody survive 6 months without any water intake whatsoever?
I'm not saying. I'm not
You
denying.
could do an experiment for that
I'm
one.
not.
I mean,
I'm
if
not.
you really wanted to.
I'm not denying. What the what the reality that we're used to. I'm just saying, is it 100% logical? In order to claim, so okay, then define water.
You don't have to define water. Would you care to volunteer to be the test subject?
But you need to define your claim. Define the words you used. What is water?
Say it's an element.
What?
You just said earlier, you cannot define anything, especially if it's elemental.
No. Look, we can define every word. We can use a dictionary. I'm just saying, when you go to 100% truth, like logic is supposed to be like, if you make a logical claim, we say, oh, that's 100% true. Like 1 + 1 = 2. That's like absolute truth. So I say to that, absolutely false. It's not.
So
absolutely
do you not
true.
think there is a thing as truth?
I cannot make a claim if it exists, but I am aware of the limitations of logic, that it's founded on language. It's a social construct.
No, forget about logic.
Okay.
We're talking about truth now.
It's just a word, right? So it's the same problem. It's just language, and it's part of logic.
So what does truth define? The word.
It doesn't matter.
What's the definition of it?
We can obviously, I'm aware of the normal usage of the word truth. I don't have a problem with the normal usage. I'm just saying it's a word. So
what is it? Don't just say the normal. Let us know what you think, because we can't communicate if we don't know what you're talking about. We need to know you, because we understand it. Obviously, you're the one that's denying these things and the terms.
I'm not denying. I'm not denying
within a language.
No, I'm not denying.
That's what you've done. You've used language as a defense mechanism.
No. And
can you define it? Define the word for us.
No. Come on. There's too many of you. One of me. You're not letting me speak. So we got to do it slower. If you wanna understand me, I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying. I'm showing you that there is one layer deeper. That when you look at that one layer deeper, you see the failings of logic and math. You see that it's
one layer deeper than truth.
Well,
right.
What do you not disagree with?
Like one layer
deeper than truth is the failing of truth.
1 second. One layer deeper than truth is, right? Truth is just a word in the English language. So, and the English language evolved like we evolved. So it's right. It's
what's your native language?
It doesn't matter.
Does truth mean something different there?
No,
Hey,
I agree.
I got a. Hang on a second, Mr. Slave.
Yes.
I have to mod. I'm one of the mods here.
Sure.
So let me moderate for a second.
Sure.
Everyone go on mute except Bev and Mr. Slave, please.
Thanks.
Thank you. Carry on.
Yeah. Look, I'm not denying the common usage of the word truth and the common understanding and the dictionary definition. I'm just saying truth is just a word in the English language which evolved, and so it's at the end of the day, it's undefined. When you look for absolute meaning, no, you cannot have absolute meaning. You cannot have 100% definition. All you can have is, a more or less understanding. I think I understand you. I think I understand people. Like when you teach a child in the beginning what is truth, and it learns. Yeah, I never went beyond that, right? We never thought any deeper than what we were taught as little babies, what the word truth means.
Because you were never taught the logic.
But even as you're taught the logic, there's, right? The word truth is just what we commonly agree on. It's like,
but logic is the language for us to derive truth.
But it's a language that
more of a language to root out contradictions.
Yes, and I love it, and it's terrific. But you have to know its limitations. It's limited
within debate. That's the idea of it, right?
look. So we can assume.
No, because see, no, wait a minute. You asked me which one of your particular topics you wanted to debate,
Sure.
And logic is one of those topics. Now, within the framework of debate is argumentation.
Sure.
Those arguments are built up logically.
Sure.
You can't get rid of that logic that forms the arguments for the debate within the debate. That's
yes,
what we call stolen concept.
I'm not familiar with that, but yeah, look, we can agree, we can assume logic as the foundation of the discussion and build on logic and the rules of logic and have a beautiful discussion. But that's like playing chess within the rules of chess or playing soccer within the rules of soccer. It's just a game. And outside, like when you talk about the absolute truth of the universe, no, we didn't do anything. We just played a game. Nothing to do with the universe. To claim that.
What's the universe?
Right, exactly.
One word, one verse.
Exactly,
sound,
exactly.
Word.
Exactly. So it becomes.
So you trying to deny the word?
No, I don't deny.
By debating and using the word.
No. I'm not denying anything. I'm just saying you have to understand that logic is a game. Logic, right? We have a discussion. Before we start the debate, we agree on the rules of logic. We agree. And then we start the debate within these rules. It's like playing soccer. First, we agree on the rules. Then we can start playing. You cannot start playing without the rules. But the game is within the rules. If you just kick a ball.
Well, your first statement is 1 + 1 = 2 is not a true statement. So that sounds like it's a false statement.
No, I don't know.
Well, so not true.
No, just not true.
What does not true mean? Not a true statement.
Right.
Because as you know, within logic, a statement either has to be true or false. Otherwise, it's not a statement.
Right.
Now, you didn't say it's not a statement. You said it's not a true statement. Therefore, if it is a statement, it has to be false. Which that should be your position that you are defending within this thing. This is number 27.
Yes.
Your arguments.
You might be correct, and I might have to rephrase this within the rules of logic. However, I didn't claim that I'm speaking within the rules of logic. I'm just speaking as a normal.
I don't think we can converse then. If you're not speaking logically, then you are speaking illogically. And I don't know whether it's possible to converse with anybody who has an illogical framework as their outset. You're going into a debate saying you're not going to employ logic within a debate, which is absolutely ridiculous, to be honest.
That doesn't mean anything. But listen, at one point,
it doesn't mean anything. You can't just end statements like that.
No, let me say
that doesn't mean anything.
Let me reply. This is very, very important.
It wouldn't do to a illogical.
Let me just say. Let me reply. This is very important. At one point, when you debate, you need to stop. Hey, wait a minute. Let's debate what debate means. Let's debate. Let's meta debate. Let's debate about debate. What is a debate? At one point in logic, you have to stop and say, wait a minute, we've been assuming logic. Let's try to use logic to analyze logic. That's what I'm doing.
That's not going to work.
Well,
but you're trying to use logic to deny logic, I'm not
denying. I'm just
a stolen concept.
Fallacy. Look. If I'm
I'm guessing you won't notice fallacies because you're stepping out of a logical framework.
No. I employ logical fallacies when my opponents make logical fallacies. I stop them. No. I love logic. I love math. I'm as you said, I'm going one level deeper. I just want to use the laws of logic and the laws of debate to have a meta debate and meta logical discussion. I want to discuss what a discussion is. What is logic? What is logic? What are we assuming when we are being logical? What does it really mean to be logical? I don't want to just assume logic and start a discussion.
Series of statements that can be rationalized, reasoned to come up with a conclusion.
No. I'm just saying that's
You,
what
you asked me what it was.
No, I'm not asking. I'm saying that's what when I say 1 + 1 = 2 is not a true statement. What I mean is that it depends on words, and I'm just showing the limitation of math. It's not absolutely true. It's just a game within rules that if you pull
The limitation of maths.
Yeah. Math is limited by its rules, right? The axioms of math. Without the axioms,
Which are?
whatever.
Can you name any of them?
Like when you teach a little baby 1 + 1 = 2, there are assumptions built in, and
Go on, just name us some of those axioms.
like you assume. I'm not going to go into actual axioms. I'm talking about a baby that believes with all its heart that 1 + 1 = 2, and he never paid attention that he's been fooled. 1 + 1 = 2 is not
been fooled.
I think he's
so.
When I
teach, what is the correct answer to 1 + 1 = 2? Sorry, 1 + 1 =
undefined. 1 is undefined. When I teach little children math, after they believe 1 + 1 = 2, I then ask them, what is 1 + 1? And they say 2, and I say, prove it. And they say, well, look at my fingers. 1 finger plus another finger is 2 fingers. And then I tell them, well, that's a big finger, that's a little finger. They're not the same. And what you showed me is one example.
You don't do that to kids, do you?
And
Are you a teacher?
Are
you a teacher? Sorry to interrupt.
I don't want to dox myself, but listen, when I do it with little children, 4 years old, they accept it and they see it as beautiful, and they realize that numbers are just what we imagine them to be. They're not real. I ask them, okay, so you show me that 1 finger plus this finger is 2 fingers. That's nice. But when you say 1 + 1 = 2, what do you mean? You mean there is this 1?
You mean the mathematical?
No. Listen, this is the conversation.
Yeah. It's a mathematical addition.
Listen. This is the conversation
of 2 units.
No. Listen to the conversation that I have with kids. So I ask them.
I don't want to listen to you talking to kids. That's not the sort of conversation you should have with children. Are you elementary? I'm guessing at 4. That's a little bit too young for school. So, I mean, is this your children that you're?
Why are we ad hominem? Stop with ad hominem. No ad hominem.
I'm just asking questions.
No. I don't want to divert. It's a red herring and ad hominem. No, this.
Well, you're the one that brought up you teaching children.
And fine.
You brought that up.
Yes,
I'm just inquiring upon that fact.
It's because
that seems very young for somebody to be teaching
red
children.
Herring. Stop the red herring. Listen, we were discussing the fact that a baby is taught that 1 + 1 = 2.
A 4-year-old isn't a baby.
Fine.
A 4-year-old.
At 4, I was able to have a conversation. I don't know if at 4, maybe a little older, but at a very young age, you can have the conversation with them and ask them.
Wait a minute. You told us that you were teaching children. Now it's not 4, or was it you at your age? Did somebody teach you when you were younger about this?
Okay, stop it. If you don't want to debate, then we'll switch to somebody else.
No, we are trying to debate now. I'm trying to understand the circumstances of this debate.
Ask me a question about the topic and stop asking me historical questions about is it 4 or 8? It's not important. It's children. Can you understand?
Are you actually teaching this?
Not important.
That when you are teaching children that are relating 1 to a finger.
Stop.
No, Mr. Slade, it's not an ad hom.
Look,
it's a question. Again, wait a minute. I am a mod here,
yes.
So you'll have to let me speak.
Sure.
You brought up children and placed an age on the children and said that when you teach children, that opens up that topic for discussion. It's not an ad hom. If you disagree that it's an ad hom, you can feel free to leave. It's no problem.
Okay. So what I'll say,
or you can answer the question that Bev's posing.
No. I can just retract. I'll just retract everything I said, and we'll run a simulation about a discussion with an imaginary child. So it never took place. So I can retract, right? Not the end of the world.
Okay. So then can we just say then, as an idea, would you consider teaching children that 1 finger is 1 and the other finger next to it is also 1. They're both the same.
But that's a lie. They're not the same. They're different.
Exactly. That's not what maths is, though. It's not about fingers.
Right. So
it's about the unit 1.
Right. So
now, what is 1? It could be anything, but it's the same as another 1. That's what logic tells us.
What do you mean logic?
Things which are equal to the same thing are equal to each other. That is an axiom.
Well, how do you know, like, what two things are equal to each other? By definition,
the ones,
by definition,
the units. That's why it's stated as a logical axiom.
Oh,
if you state they are the same, then they are the same mathematically.
If you say axiom, that's just an assumption, which means you lost truth, right? You lost absolute truth. You just you predicate your entire logical construct on your assumption, on your axiom. So you don't have truth. You just have an assumption.
So you're saying if you state a self-evident truth, it loses that truth value.
I don't know what's self-evident, but if you have an axiom, then your construct relies on the axiom. You lose the axiom, you lose the construct. That's what I'm saying. That's the limitation of logic. That's all I'm saying.
That's why I stated it first. You said, give me a logical statement. And I said, 2 straight lines cannot enclose a space.
That's fine.
You had a problem with 2 at that point.
Right. So within the rules of logic and math and geometry, yes, I can agree with you. But I'm asking about the very rules. I'm saying these rules are assumptions. These are axioms that we just took them for granted. But now let's think about them and just say, all right, so if at least we agree that if we lose the axioms, at least if we lose the assumptions, we certainly lose the construct. We lose math and logic and everything else.
You do realize that in order to dismantle something, you have to know about the thing that you're attempting to dismantle. And you, in this particular case, have chosen logic within debate. And then you can't really put a subject to logic within a debate.
That's a good point you're bringing. So what am I doing? I mean, but you agree? What
sounds like you're practicing sophist to me.
Well, I don't know why you would say that. I mean,
it's because you're trying to deny logic through debate.
I'm not trying
using not logic.
I'm not trying anything. This is what I believe. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just trying to share my ideas. And if you disagree, I'm open-minded to change my ideas. So what
debate? You said you came in here asking for a debate.
Yes.
Well, that's what we're meant to be doing. But like I said, I chose I chose logic within your list because I thought it was ridiculous. Fantastic. It was a good idea to
I used to think
think
so too. You know, the last time someone told me that 1 + 1 is not really 2, I unfriended them. It was a lifelong friend, and I said, I'm not going to talk to this guy anymore. This was me.
Okay, right. Well, can we just get around number, because number can be confusing to a lot of people. Step out of the realm of number,
okay,
and step into the realm of geometry.
Okay.
Now, within the realm of geometry, I'm sure you've heard of pi.
Yes.
Okay. Now, pi is the relationship, I don't know whether you know, between the circumference and the diameter of the circle.
Yes.
Right. Now, if we say, if we give a numerical value to pi, have you heard of that?
Sure.
At 3.14 forever, because it's called a transcendental number.
We don't
right? It never ends.
We don't know if it never ends.
We don't know if it never ends.
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay, then. Right. But it's called transcendental, right? But it has been called transcendental by mathematicians.
I guess. Okay.
Okay. Now, that number is whatever number it is, the transcendental number, because the diameter is 1 within the ratio of pi.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. So that's a definite known unit.
No, it's not definite. It's within the assumptions of geometry. Yes, we can have this discussion. we made an assumption that there is a circle, there is a diameter. We define these things. We're making assumptions.
No. If you give a value to pi, then you can say it is a direct proportional ratio of the diameter to the circumference.
Well, I'm just saying, but right, you have axioms on which geometry is built.
You can't change that, though, can you? It's not built upon an axiom. It's built upon that ratio. And every circle will always have that. That's a guarantee.
But the word circle,
you can't deny that, surely.
Yes, but the word circle is just a word in English that, it's flimsy. It's a word that evolved. Who knows?
Just a word again. You've gone to.
That's the problem.
Word.
And that's the problem. That's the Achilles heel.
The circumference and the ratio between the circumference and the diameter is a mathematical relationship. And not mathematical because it has a word.
Yes, these are
mathematical words. Because there's a reasoning.
But you need words
that anybody can do. Like even when I said that, it's a relationship between the circumference and the diameter. You know what that means, don't you?
I know.
The moment you say circumference, the moment you say diameter, you're talking about circle. You don't need to say circle.
I agree.
Well, there you go then. So it's not about the word circle.
You have to let me finish the sentence. So I agree that on a macro level, yes. Like on a day-to-day, if you ask me, hey, what's the circumference of this table, this round table? Yeah, I can measure it. We can have a conversation. But there is implicit assumptions we're making when we're having this conversation. We're assuming the English language. Like if I wouldn't speak English, I wouldn't know what you're saying. So we're assuming the English language, maybe in another language.
Circumference isn't English.
Whatever I'm saying, you imagine another language in which the statement, what is the circumference of this table, actually means hand me over the cookie jar, for example, right? So, but if you assume English, then...
I don't think so.
No, let's assume in a simulation that there is...
I'm not assuming, no. Because there are known things in reality.
No, but we're assuming the English language when you're saying circumference.
No, we're not. No. These are axioms.
No, but when you tell me,
they're not defined within any particular language.
But you said
they are what I call universal.
But we're having this conversation in the English language, right?
We are, yeah.
Right. So this conversation, and therefore your proof, depends on
what proof
you're proving. Whatever you're trying to prove, you're right.
Which proof?
You
doesn't rely on words. Proof doesn't rely on words. It's a personal thing.
Can you do it without?
You will have for yourself.
So
you obviously don't have any.
Okay. Can you have this conversation without words?
I can gain a proof for myself without words.
Show me.
In order for me to communicate that, I would need words because us being human beings need words to be able to communicate.
Show me that you can prove something to yourself without words. What can you prove to yourself without words?
I can't show you what I can prove to myself. I've already proved things to myself.
Tell me about it. Tell me what you proved to yourself and you did not use words.
But you, for our starting basis, you don't have a formulation of logic and you do not have an understanding of truth.
No, that's not true.
You do not know how you could step on a journey to achieve that truth. So it would be really difficult.
I never said that. I'm just saying I like math, I like logic, I like science, I love these things so much that I dove all the way down and I came through the other side and I realized, oh, these are just games. They're built on axioms, which is just assumptions. You take away
just games.
Yes, just like soccer, just like chess, just like Monopoly. You have rules and you play a game within the rules. So you can win in a debate because there are rules.
Okay, so you want to step outside of the rules.
Exactly. I want to analyze the
yourself, mate.
Excuse me?
Don't do that.
Why not?
You see, you don't even know the fundamental rules of logic to start off with, do you?
Go ahead.
Because if you did, you would struggle to step outside of them.
Let's try.
You would realize
Go ahead. Give me
nonsense.
Let's try. Give me the most fundamental rule of logic that you're aware of. Let's try. What's the most fundamental rule?
The law of identity.
Fantastic. Give me the evidence. Fantastic. What's your evidence?
Place.
What's your evidence that this law is correct?
The thing.
What's your evidence?
Is the thing.
Right, what's your evidence? What's your evidence? I agree with you that it looks like the thing is the thing, but what's your evidence, right? You don't have evidence. It's just an assumption. It's just an axiom.
I've got a cup here in my hand. Look, it's this cup. There is no other cup like this cup. This is my cup. It's here. This one, the identity of this cup here that I am holding is this cup here. Definitely. Look. Can you hear me?
I cannot. I cannot.
That's this. The identity of this is.
But what's your evidence? You're just making the claim again and again, saying it slowly and enunciating each word. What's your evidence? Right? You don't have evidence, obviously, because that's why it's.
The evidence is the thing.
No, that's why. You could say that's my experience. It's called permanence. So babies learn permanence. That's just your experience. That definitely.
No, you can actually point to the thing and say that's there is this, and it has an identity. That's the identity of this thing. This is a pencil.
That's just your experience. That's just your experience since you were a baby of permanence. The things don't disappear. That's the peekaboo game. That a baby is surprised every time that you reappear behind the hand when you say peekaboo. You learned that at a very early age. That's just your experience of this particular.
No, you would learn the hand is the hand and the face is the face.
Right. But that's just
when the hand covers the face, you cannot see the face. That's what you learn as a child.
The law,
because you learn the identity of the person, the face. The face has a person. That person has an identity.
Yes, you learn it
because of the law of identity, not because you learn it.
No, you learn the law.
It's a fundamental law of understanding.
No, you learn the law of identity because as a baby you notice permanence. It's just your experience, which is very nice, but it's just your experience, right?
Permanence.
Yes. Right.
Permanence of what?
Well, things like one is one. Right? It's permanent. It's
no one isn't a thing. Is
no,
it?
I mean whatever. Permanent of
one exists in the mathematical realm.
The cup. The cup that you were holding before. The thing is the thing.
The thing.
Yes. It's the thing. I mean
so that's how we know, right? The thing can be described as that thing, and that thing will have an identity. That identity shall be able to have a term, an understanding that you can communicate to other people. Then we know that we are talking about the same thing. It's the first fundamental rule.
But okay, what's our evidence? What's our evidence that it's absolutely true? What's the evidence?
The thing.
No, that's not evidence. That's not evidence. That's just an axiom. That's just an
direct evidence.
That's just an assumption.
It depends what thing you want to be talking about. But the moment you talk about a thing, you best have that thing. Otherwise, it's just a figment of your imagination that you're talking about. Then it isn't a thing. It doesn't have an identity because it's only in your mind.
Okay, so when you say this cup is this cup, right?
Yes. Which cup? Your cup.
Your cup. Well, it doesn't matter. So, right, there's.
You can't say this cup.
Okay, fine.
Can you talk about my cup?
Okay. A cup is the cup, right? I'm holding my iPhone. My iPhone is my iPhone, right? There's a time differential between the first iPhone and the second iPhone, right? So I say
no. You're holding it, aren't you? I think you said you're holding it. There's no difference between the iPhone within time. It's still the same iPhone.
That's not true. The iPhone internally has a clock, and the clock is very fast. It definitely changed. There's a state change. At least the clock changed.
A ticking clock.
Yes, at least that changed. It's not the same phone. It definitely changed. That's guaranteed, unless it's a dead phone. And even then, because of the instability of the quantum particles, everything inside
your iPhone is still your iPhone, whether it's switched on or switched off.
We know that it
doesn't stop the identity of your iPhone being your iPhone, the one that you're holding.
The iPhone is constantly moving. The atoms inside are constantly jiggling. We know that. So at any two instances.
What do you mean you know that? You just made a claim there. Mid-debate. Was that on purpose? Because this topic's too hard.
No, we know things are.
Do you want to retract that claim?
Which one? That the iPhone, the molecules are jiggling?
The one that you know about the atoms jiggling, yeah.
Do I want to? I mean, do you disagree? You don't think atoms jiggle?
And that's why I said you're talking about one thing about logic, right? You're trying to debate the validity of logic, which sounds fucking ridiculous.
Why does it sound
And
ridiculous?
I don't even think. Well, because let's listen again. You're trying to debate the validity of logic.
How do you know logic is? Wait, would you say logic? Oh, you're saying logic is valid? What does that even mean?
So that's a yes.
What does that mean? Logic is valid.
Mike, discipline, please.
What do you mean? Logic is valid. What does that mean? Logic.
I don't know. Like you're trying to debate something that you obviously haven't got a clue
Oh,
about.
ad hominem.
Which is
no ad hominem, please.
Possibly one of the worst
No,
attempts at
no,
sophistry.
Don't reference me. Look,
don't reference you.
Yes, please don't call me names.
You're the opponent.
Don't call me names. Stick to the.
I'm not calling you names. I was just saying you are attempting something that is
I'm open-minded.
unachievable.
I don't
really.
know. Maybe you're right. You know, you might convince me. I'm always questioning myself. You might be right.
Can we go to the law of non-contradiction then? Because I think
Sure.
that might be easier
Go
to
ahead.
explain.
Yeah, sure.
What's your understanding of the law of non-contradiction?
I've never heard of this law, but I assume. I don't know. You know, never heard of it. Why don't you tell me?
You know, like a light switch.
Yes. Okay.
Can be on or off.
Okay.
Can you have a light switch that is both on and off at the same time?
So as far as we know in this universe, right? Everything is atoms, and I would say there's no real off. You can never really turn electricity completely off because you always have, instability of electrons. They're always, like everything else, jiggling around. So you can never have zero electricity through the universe. Like from my position to the other side of the universe right now, there is an electron traveling that you could consider as electricity. So you can never really turn any circuit off completely.
Okay. Can we try another one then, right? Like we used the circle earlier.
Sure.
Circumference, diameter. Sure. One of them's a straight line and the other one's curved. Sure. Right. So you can't have a straight line being a curved line, can you?
That's just, that again, within the rules of geometry, once you define what a straight line and you define what a curved line and within the rules of soccer, we can play a soccer game and you can win. Within the rules of geometry, we can play a game, but that's not absolute truth. That's just a game.
Okay. So, then forget about geometry. Okay. Do you think it's possible for you to call a straight line a curved line?
I can do anything I want. I can bake a cake and eat it. Of course, I can say words.
Could a straight line be a circle? Straight line equals circle.
Again, that's once we define that. Basically, we define that a straight line cannot be a circle, right? That's basic. Once we define that, and I agree to that definition, then as long as I abide by the rules of soccer, we play soccer. If I abide by the rules that we agreed on geometry, we can have a geometric discussion. So of course I agree.
Okay, right. So the idea is then what we do is we put a difference between a straight line and a circle. Now the question I'm guessing is, can you remove that difference? This is the law of contradiction, non-contradiction.
No, I agree with you, but still, this is within the rules of geometry and logic and English.
No. It's just the rules of reality for you to be able to communicate.
Even worse. Even worse.
Do you allow yourself to hold contradictions for yourself?
Give me an example of a contradiction.
A straight line being a circle.
Within it's within the agreement that a straight line cannot be a circle. I'm trapped. Of course, I cannot imagine a straight line is a circle if I assume a straight line is not a circle. It's.
But you know what a circle
Yes.
is? Now, do you imagine that could possibly be a straight
No.
line? Okay.
Within the rules.
So you're not willing to contradict yourself around the fact that a circle
But it's based.
is different,
No,
right? You need both
but
components
that's
for a
look.
circle.
I'm just saying it's all dependent on our assumptions that we speak English and we define circles and straight lines and we agree that what I imagine is what you imagine. It's a bunch of assumptions. So we build a very beautiful.
In what language is a circle different to a straight line?
No, I don't know if there is such a language, but we're making an assumption, right? If I didn't speak, if you speak to me now in a different language, and suddenly you would say a word in English, right? Let's say we'd have a conversation now in French. Let's pretend we both also speak French. We switch to French.
We're not doing that.
No, I'm saying let's imagine. What my point is, if suddenly during
We're talking about a straight line
in
and a
English,
circle.
I would say, I'm assuming
It doesn't matter what language you're talking
what do you
about.
mean?
A straight line, it'll be a
No,
straight
but
line, and a circle will be a
but when you're
circle.
talking now, I'm assuming you're speaking to me in English, right? You're not speaking in French, and then it would be gibberish what you said. It would.
What do the words have to do with a straight line and
You
a
want me
circle?
to right? Imagine we're in a court of law, and you're asking the witness on the stand, and in the middle, right? Let's say it's in France, and in the middle of speaking French, suddenly you'd speak to him in English. The witness is going to say, I don't understand. In French, he's going to say, I don't understand what you're saying. It's like nothing to do with anything. It's undefined.
If somebody starts saying that you don't understand when you're talking about a straight line and a circle,
I understand.
then I would suggest that's the end of the conversation.
No, I don't.
It's not literally, you're explaining to us how you're wanting to debate logic within the framework of a debate. You don't understand what validity is.
No,
and you're trying to deny the basic laws of communication.
No, I'm just going.
Yes, you are. You just say no after everything. That's not debate.
No, that's not true. No, that's not true. No, I agree with everything.
You don't even know what true is. You started off by saying you don't know what truth is. So how can you say that's not true?
Stop.
When you don't know what the words mean.
Stop. I know what everything means on a macro level, but when you go to absolute truth, is it really true? I don't know. I don't know if it's really true.
Proof gives you a definite truth.
Excuse me?
I know it's been taken out of people but yes, a proof is a truth.
A truth is a truth.
A proof
yes
is a truth.
How do I know that? What's my evidence that
I don't know how you know it because you've given up on
logic.
I
haven't given up.
I haven't got a clue how you'll ever know anything.
No, so I can,
to be honest.
I can agree with what you're saying within the rules of logic and within the rules of English. I can agree on everything you say.
But these are basic fundamental rules.
Yes. Right.
Especially for debate.
Yes, that's like saying let's play soccer based on the
as long as we're playing.
That's like saying let's play soccer based on these very simple rules of soccer. Fine, let's play soccer based on the very simple rules of soccer. But you agree that the game of soccer and who won depends on the rules we set. If mid-game you switch to playing basketball, but we still are playing based on soccer, that's I don't know how to, right? You would be violate.
What kind of shoes do they play soccer with?
I think you're missing out on what the meaning of logic is. You're trying to compare logic to soccer,
yes, absolutely.
Right? But there isn't a rugby version of logic. There is only logic or illogic.
We're having a fight. Me and you are fighting right now using words.
We're attempting. You said you wanted to attempt to have a debate.
Yes.
That's not what this is.
It's a game. We're playing a game, and you can win, or I can win, or maybe there is.
What are the rules of debate, please?
don't think it's a zero-sum game.
Oh, and what's the rules of debate?
Basically, logic, no logical fallacies.
The law of identity.
Yes.
The law of the excluded middle.
Yes. What I don't even know these rules.
You just,
Yes.
but you denied.
No,
I know you. I know you don't know them because you did.
No, I
you
don't.
did.
No.
You did though.
No.
Don't say you don't. You did.
No, I don't. I never.
Yes.
No.
The law of the excluded middle
know what that
states there is only an on or an off. There is no middle position. To which you earlier stated there was no off.
I mean, for a light switch, as far as I
So
know.
that you were then putting the middle. You were including the middle, which is against the fundamental laws of logic, I'm afraid.
Anyway, I don't disagree with anything you're saying. I'm just saying there's one layer deeper. You are relying on assumptions. You have to understand that logic is just a game, just like soccer. It's based on the rules.
No.
So there are no rules, right? The law of identity, it's not, you don't need it. You can just throw it away. You can have a conversation.
Not like soccer.
How's it different?
I think he's trying to
balls involved in it. It's not a physical
No,
thing.
it's like chess. It's like any game. There are rules of the game, and you can play a game within the rules.
I think you're conflating debate with logic. That's all I was going to say.
I'm discussing.
Hold on. Some rules cannot be changed. For example, can a dog be a cat in your mind? Answer that question, please.
Yeah, that's easy. Of course, a dog can be a cat. If you change,
A dog can be a cat. Did you say?
Yes, of course he can. That's what we're doing. It's just a sophist. There's a guy trying to debate logic within a debate format. It's a stolen concept within.
Yeah, that just gave you away. That's just gave you up, bro. That question that you just answered tells me everything I need to know about you.
Wait a minute. No, we can change a dog into a cat. Is that what you meant, or
how?
How to change?
No, how can you change a dog into a cat?
One.
Not changing. Is a dog.
That's a different question.
Is a cat? No, it's the same question as the.
All right. So, is a dog a cat? If we assume English, then no. It's based on an assumption.
Okay.
No.
Well, assume whatever whatever language you want.
No, you cannot assume whatever.
It transcends language.
No, it doesn't.
That thing, that canine, whatever fucking language you want, that feline, they're two different things, right?
Right, but
no matter what language.
You could say the two cats are two different cats. They're two different. You can say the same cat from a second ago is different from this cat.
What are you doing?
Sophistry.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, please
100%.
stop ad hominem. Please.
No, this isn't an ad hominem. It's what you're doing. It's not about you. It's the words coming out of your mouth.
I don't disagree with logic and math. I'm just saying, just realize they're based on assumptions, and that's it. It's not absolute truth. It's based on assumptions. It's very similar, if not identical, to playing chess based on the rules of chess. Playing checkers.
Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. Hold on. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
We have 10 people.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. They all speak different languages. Okay. None of them can speak each other's language. Like we got Russian, Mandarin, English. You get the story, Portuguese. Sure. None of them understand each other, right? Okay, now we put them in a circle. And in the middle, we put a cat and we put a dog. Mm-hmm. With me so far?
Yeah, sure.
Now they all have earpieces on them, and they're asked in their respective language, point to the cat.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yes. Are they gonna point to the dog?
No.
Or are they gonna point to the cat?
Assuming they have normal IQ, they are not trolls, based on many assumptions, they'll all point to the cat.
Right, normal people.
Exactly.
Right. So based on
so there you go.
Based on the assumption. So we just made an assumption. So it's not a true statement. It's based on the assumption.
What assumption did we
that
make?
they're normal
Hold on.
people.
What assumption did we
That
make?
they're normal people, that you would speak to each one in their respective language.
No,
that each
they're
one-
all like
Yeah.
they're all exactly like you. How about that?
Right, can we not lose control of this?
I have one more.
I just wanted to point out that this guy has no logic. It's just pure sophistry. It's just a waste
That's
of
ad
time.
hominem.
He's broadcasting it on his
I-
YouTube channel.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can
he is?
test. I can
Yes,
test you,
he is.
Bessie. It's not a waste of time. That's what I say.
Well, I'm out of.
Well, if he's broadcasting it, it's definitely not a waste of time. I hope you people are listening to this man of yours, what he just said.
Yeah, my
Hope you're all
my
listening.
audience knows my position about this topic very well. But I'm out of time because I only stream for
What topic?
Logic, debating logic.
the proposition. They know that I believe 1 + 1 = 2 is not a true statement. Anyway, I'm out of time because I only stream on, like from 11 to 12 every morning. I really enjoyed the discussion.
Okay, so what have you got this titled as, this video?
What's the title? After we finish, I'll
Yeah.
retitle it as the discussion about is 1 + 1 = 2 not a true statement or whatever, and I'll mention probably your name.
Okay, thank you very
Oh,
much.
thank you.
Do not label me as a flat earther.
I wouldn't.
I'll just make sure, right?
No,
Good, thank you very much.
Didn't have such intention to begin with.
But you do title your videos that way.
Only if the guy defines himself as a flat earther, then
That's why I'm saying, do not
I'll just
label me as a flat earther, because I am not a flat earther. I have a proof that it is not flat.
Oh, right.
But I don't know whether you'd ever accept proofs. would
Yes,
you?
yes, I do. So
You wouldn't accept the logical framework
yes,
behind it.
I do. So I'm going to mention Bev Try Thinking as the person I debated today. I'll send you a friend request as well.
Yeah, that'll probably. This wasn't a debate.
A
Sorry,
meta debate.
This wasn't
a sort of debate, a conversation.
a meta debate.
Yeah, debate about debate.
Yeah, come back, please. I would love to have a talk with you on the law of non-contradiction.
I would love to. So tonight I'm going to be streaming
agree.
at approximately 9 p.m. Eastern, from 9 to 10, hopefully. If not, then
I go live at 8 o'clock UK. I don't know what time that is.
8 o'clock.
It
That's
is a free for all Friday, and you'll get more views actually.
but I have my schedule. Anyway, guys, I
should come over
to the UK.
Mr. Slave.
To free
How do
for
we
all
find you?
Fridays.
I don't know what that is, but I really have to go. Thank you so much for your time. It was an amazing discussion, and I'm definitely gonna think about what we talked. I mean, it was good.
Is it Mr. Slave 41 at YouTube or whatever?
It's
How do
actually
we find you?
youtube.com/@MrSlave41. The link is in my
Yeah,
profile.
you can catch me at Try Thinking on YouTube in case you want to have a look.
So if you can send me a link in the DM, that'd be terrific. Anyway, guys,
Paste your channel, bro. We'll subscribe to you. Paste your channel in the live chat.
my channel. Let me try to paste my channel. There it is. Let me try and copy. Yeah, I can copy.
Do you have a Discord channel yourself?
Yeah, I have a Discord server. Yeah, a Discord server. You mean?
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Send us a link also.
Oh my
Yeah.
God! You guys are too good to be true.
We're all about debate here.
That's incredible. I'm always looking for people to debate, and there's very few, but that would be amazing. All right, guys, here are the links. Thank you so much. I gotta go. I guess I'll see you later today, later tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you very much.
Bye.
See ya.
All right.
All right, Mr.
so-
Slave, we had a lot of visitors here today.
That's incredible. I'm so happy. That was an amazing.
Your chat is
amazing-
lit.
That's amazing. Absolutely
Bruh.
amazing. All right. Wait, somebody just said something in the background? Who just said that?
Oh, sorry, that was my son.
Oh, okay. I was looking to see, wait, am I still in the Discord server? All right, let me read some comments. So, 1 second, let me respond to my Thai girlfriend. 1 second. Good night, baby. I gotta go visit her at one point. I can't just leave her stranded in Thailand forever. Okay, so there we go. So J-Rock says, uncomfortable truth says, yeah, Captain Caveman, J-Rock. Well, Captain Caveman, this is the first time I see you, so welcome. Welcome aboard. Slave, clapping. Thank you, thank you. J-Rock also clapping. Okay, Blood's Thicker. It's a new person. So shout out Bev Try Thinking. Definitely, Bev Try Thinking was amazing, unquestionably. And Blood, I don't know. Oh, I guess Blood Clap. Okay. And okay, they're talking to each other. Okay, goes for a debate, wants to talk about what a debate is. Yeah, I mean, that's called a meta debate, debate about a debate. I mean, at one point or another, you got to think about what a debate really is. What is logic? At one point, you got to use the laws of logic to analyze what is logic. Actually, there is a book called Principia Mathematica from the beginning of the 20th century. Two mathematicians. I forgot. I mean, one of them was really famous. His name is in the tip of my tongue. Anyway, they wrote a book. They took like the first 200 pages to prove 1 + 1 = 2 is true, but they failed. And I could have told them a priori, you're going to fail. It's a self-referential. I mean, if you don't assume the axioms, you're not going to make it. Anyway, but they couldn't even prove it. I think even with the axioms, they couldn't prove it. I don't know how they failed. I never looked into exactly how they failed. But, you know, based on my discovery, of course, they're going to fail. There's no way to prove it. Anyway, so that's my comment about that. Mike Jones says, I want to use the laws of logic. What is logic? Same guy. Right, but that's like English. That's like using English to figure out English. That's also a self-referential system. It's like using math to figure out math. I mean, at one point, what are you going to do? I don't understand. What's your alternative? Otherwise, you just live within the assumptions. So you're just happy as they say, as a pig in shit, just oblivious to truth. You're just assuming truth. That's not fun. Why not go one level deeper? Like, assume we're in the matrix. Now try to break out of the matrix. How would you break out of the matrix? So you're in logic. Okay, now try to break out of logic and think, okay, how did I become trapped in this? Is it a trap? Am I trapped? I mean, try and analyze, right? Anyway, so Mike Jones, right. Now, Blood says, messes with children's heads. No, when I teach children that one, I ask them, is what I prove to me that 1 + 1 = 2 is true. And very quickly they fail and they realize, oh, it's not true. It's, you know, obviously everybody thinks it's true, so you better say it's true. And yeah, you know how to go through the ritual. 1 + 1 = 2. It's a ritual. And you can live life and you know, communicate with people because they assume it's true. And you know, usually on a macro illusion, it seems to be true, good enough, whatever. You don't have to think deep. But is it really true? No, it is absolutely undefined. We never met one, so there you go. We don't know if one exists. We don't know. We just don't know. What is this channel really about? Basically just debates at this point. Yeah. Did you guys come here from Discord? I guess they all came from Discord. I did. He came to us. Yeah. You know this guy? YouTube is where we are. All right. You follow this guy, J-Rock? I don't know him personally. He's anonymous. He doesn't disclose personal information. He's an internet friend I found from the channel Playing with Fire. Yeah. If you look up Mr. Slave Playing with Fire, you'll see him wearing a mask on camera. Yeah. Yeah, they have no idea what you're talking about. Now he wants to share ideas. Guy may learn something today. Holy cow. Maybe not. It's not. What is his circle word? I don't know what that means. Macro. Oh yeah. I like the word macro because everything is I like macro illusion because I can agree with everyone on macro illusions, but when you go into the micro, when you really try to figure things out, that's when everything evaporates and you realize you have nothing. You cannot rely on anything and you cannot say anything. Everything is undefined. Just be aware that in absolute terms, everything is undefined, and that's it. You know, just be aware of it. Be aware of your limitations. Know yourself. Just be aware of the limitations of what you can know. That's all I'm saying. Likely a degenerate. I don't know what that means. I'm actually a very good person. I'm a good citizen. You know, I'm an amoral egoist, which makes me I sacrifice myself for the good of society, if that helps. Ask and receive. Chat's lit today. I guess this chat. So, but I've never seen asking. I mean, a lot of these people I've never seen before. Blood sticker. Shout out Bev. Try thinking. On the level Discord. I don't know what that means. Wow. So how do you know it is a light switch? Exactly. Right. I mean, on a macro level, of course, I know what a light switch is. You know, I'm looking at 2 light switches in front of me right now. Right. But that's just my experience. So are we discussing my experience? I mean, obviously my experience is not absolute truth. It's just my experience. I could be dreaming, you know, I could be on drugs. I could have just popped into existence with built-in memories. So it's like we just don't know. But we can assume. If we just assume, yeah, I know what a light switch is, but that's not knowing what a light switch is. That's predicated on a bunch of assumptions. So if the assumptions go away, the truth goes away. So that's not truth. It's not absolute truth. It's really very simple. I'm not saying much. No reality, not in absolute terms. You have to be aware that we have no access to absolute truth, absolute reality, what's known as objective reality, objective truth. We just don't have access to it. It's just, that's the way it is. I mean, we can struggle to find out what it is, and that's what I'm trying to do. The first step is to know the limits of logic, the limits of math. Just be aware of the limits. That's all I'm saying, because if you want access to objective truth, you have to be aware of the limitations of your tools, even your brain. You have to be aware of the limitations of your brain and the limitations of how you think and thoughts. Just be aware. That's all I'm saying. You're embarrassing yourself, mister. I don't know what to say to that. I think I find myself what's the opposite of embarrassing? I'm actually impressed by myself. I never thought I would reach this level of understanding. This is actually very surprising to me. If you think I'm embarrassing myself, I mean, I would agree with you that me of 10, 20 years ago would agree with that statement. If I heard me of now speaking, I would say this guy is like out of his mind. But, you know, I can look back with hindsight and say I am much wiser today. So what I have to say is deeper than ever before. If you can't follow it, if you think it's embarrassing, then I guess you are the same as me from many, many years ago. So that's all I can say about that. So Captain says macro doubt. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a micro doubt. So we have micro doubts. When it comes to the micro, it's all full of doubt. Do as thy wilt. I don't know what that means. I'm not saying no, just nah. I don't know what that means. Teaching sophistry. I don't know why you call this sophistry. I'm just teaching the fundamentals. Like once a baby knows that to repeat the ritual, the 1 + 1 = 2, then you teach it to start questioning the ritual. That's all. I'm just, question the ritual. Just be aware of the fact that we taught you a ritual. When you repeat it, it's a ritual. And if you're afraid to question it, then that's more evidence that it's just a ritual. It's just what they call a holy cow. J-Rock says, if you guys stick around after the debate, I can show you videos here of Mr. Slave going on e-dates so you can see what his character is like. Yeah, very interesting. Ganstar, J-Rock, you're able to talk on stream. I guess it's a question. He sounds like an idiot. Ask and receive. Again, I guess I would have agreed with you many, many years ago. So that's all I got. Are you on Discord? Who is he talking to? Come to On the Level Discord. All right, we need to take a note of this. On the Level Discord. Did I?
I think he was talking to me. Slave.
Oh, okay, got it. So yeah, we were on the Level Discord. Yeah. I'm not on. So wait, J-Rock, you've never been to Discord?
No.
So you should. You
yes,
should.
I've never been.
You'll have a great time if you want to just talk. It's mostly talk. There's no show. Like no one ever uses cameras. No one hardly ever cams up. Ganstar says, "Can you just go live public and we can talk for a little?" I guess he's referring to you. Ganstar, can you click on StreamYard? Ganstar, I can't. Ganstar, if you. Okay, all right. So if you go somewhere to debate, you'd know what one was, surely. What a debate is. Yeah, I know what a debate is, but I want to debate what a debate is. I know what it is. That's like saying, I know what a car is. Now let's take it apart and figure it out completely to its most fundamental constituents. Like as much as we can, take it apart, put it back together, figure it out, redesign it, rethink it. That's what I'm here for. Wait a minute. There's another J-Rock. That's fake. Can you see the other J-Rock?
No. That's my screen.
Oh, you want to share it?
That's the YouTube. Yeah, but I won't push play. I'm not gonna push play until we go through your comments. This is for the people who want to see what you're like on camera.
Okay, all right. So Uncomfortable says Ganstar just joined the stream. He has the live link on top. Principia spent 200 pages to try to prove 1 + 1 = 2 and failed. Yes. That's as far as I know. I mean, I saw a video. Up and Adam, she made a video about this. And that's what she explained. And basically, all I'm debating is what she taught me. She taught me that that's what they discovered in Principia Mathematica, that it's all a rouge. It's all based on assumptions. Take away the assumptions, everything falls apart. That's why they sat down to write this book, but they never were able to write it. They basically just discovered that, it's Mission Impossible or something. Anyway, I'm just trying to debate what she said Up and Adam on the video that she made. I think we covered it a different time. I don't have much time left, but I can look it up quickly. Up and Adam Principia. There it is. Why it took 379 pages to prove 1 + 1 = 2. So I guess we can link it in the show notes. So copy link. And here, let me just paste it here so you can have it. This is link. Right. So you can go watch it, I guess. Oh, there's a timestamp there. Anyway, yeah, you tell me. Wait, I didn't share it? Wait, I did share it. Oh, but I'm sharing yours. Wait, why isn't it showing? Oh, sorry. This one. Sorry. So that's the video that I just shared. 1 + 1 = 2, you see, and they failed. That's what she said. That's what she said. Let's continue. And was written in the 20th century. Yeah, it was in the beginning of the 20th century. Look, I'm just repeating. Oh, Russell Brand is the guy's name who wrote Principia. So yeah, I'm just repeating what she said. Look, that's all. I trust that she wasn't lying, and I can argue why it would have failed. I don't care that they failed, because I can prove myself that you cannot prove that 1 + 1 = 2. So, but I'm assuming that my proof is a version of their proof or something. You're just spewing drivel. Well, then accuse her of spewing drivel just as much. But fine. You have proof. 1 + 1 = 2. I'm ready and eager to listen. Absolute drivel, non-argument. 1 + 1 = 2 is a ritual. Yeah. Of course. That's why you make fun of people who refuse to go through the ritual, because it's just a ritual. That's evidence. There's plenty of evidence it's just a ritual. Right? We teach it to babies, and then they teach it to their children. Sounds like a ritual. Right? If it walks like a duck and sounds like a duck, well, it's a duck. So if it has all the hallmarks of a ritual, then it's a ritual. You teach it to babies, they teach it to their children. Everyone agrees. No one ever thought about it. If you question it, people say you're crazy, and so on. Sounds like a ritual. Uncomfortable truth is ending this. He is ending the stream. Yeah, soon. As soon as I finish the comments. Guessing this is a high school student. No. Very, very young. Basically, first grade. Around first grade, they already understand that 1 + 1 = 2 is just a ritual. They know it's a macro illusion, and that they've been fooled, and it's eye-opening, and they go about their lives, and it just improves their, it's just a deeper level understanding of everything, including sociology, theory of religion, theory of language, theory of math, philosophy of science. I mean, it just makes you a deeper thinker. I can agree with everyone on the macro illusions. Yeah. I can agree with you that, 1 + 1 = 2, sure, on a macro illusion. But when you go down to the details, no, it's undefined. In absolute terms, everything is undefined. Exactly. And even that's undefined. That you have to keep in mind. So Ganstar, he'll spend a couple of minutes with you if you just get on. Sure. Ganstar wants to come on, but I'm pushing it. I mean, I gotta go very soon. I'm an amoral egoist. I sacrifice myself for the good of society. Yeah, that is the logical consequence of being an amoral egoist. If you're an egoist, I didn't say I'm a short-term egoist. I balance short-term with long-term. In order to be a long-term egoist, you have to make sure society is stable. And for that, you need all good men to stand shoulder to shoulder, which means each individual must be ready and willing to sacrifice for the whole. This way, evil cannot prevail. This way, we have a good society, and we don't need to sacrifice ourselves. But you have to be prepared to sacrifice yourself. If you're not, people will take note, and society will fall apart. And then you're no longer enjoying life. So, the proof. Next, Ganstar. Uncomfortable truth. I'd need about 20-30 minutes to talk about certain things, but K-Rock said he was going live after anyway, so it's you guys can enjoy after. We have no access to absolute truth. Is that a true statement? No, it's not. It's like everything else. It's, macro illusion. On a macro illusion, we have no access. It's not an absolute truth. It's, it seems to be true, like everything else. I'm leaving now. I'll wait for you. Good. Right. And I am impressed by myself. I never thought I'd reach this level of understanding. Understanding what? Understanding, the actual foundations of logic. I never thought I'd come to this to this point where I would be able to just be aware of the Achilles heel of logic and therefore math and science. I never thought I would reach this level, and that it would be so simple to just be aware of it, and important to be aware of it. But I never thought it would be such a contentious point that everyone that I would debate mostly would question it and even think I'm a sophist and that I'm pretending. And I would have world wars with the universes of people that disagree with me so much that they become my mortal enemies and try to destroy my life. I never in a million years thought that could happen. Well, now I know. Uncomfortable, says Mrs. Dave Wood. Fock Sky Fuller, who is on J-Rock's screen right now. No, I didn't find her attractive. I didn't see her body, so she seemed okay, but I don't know if she's up to par. I'm sorry. I think Sky. Yeah, Sky, no. But there was another one. There was one girl whose upper body I liked.
Hey,
but
Slave.
Yeah.
Hey,
J-Rock?
Slave, or how about while you're reading the comments? Yeah. While you're reading the comments, can I play the video muted so that way the sound isn't just muted?
Yeah, sure. So Mrs. Slave would. No, I wouldn't. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would or wouldn't. Dude, you literally have no clue what the Principia is. No, I have no clue. No clue. I just watched the video. You can play it, J-Rock. I'm sharing your screen. J-Rock, can you hear me? J-Rock? Can anybody hear me? Hello? Let me see if my audio is good. Did something happen to my audio? You can hear me?
Yes, it's playing.
Okay. So, dude, you literally have no clue. Wait, oh, he dropped off. He got disconnected. Did not expect that. Or maybe he thought I couldn't hear him, so he disconnected. Anyway, J-Rock, come back. So, but I gotta hang up quickly. So, dude, you literally have no clue what the Principia is. It doesn't matter. I don't need to. My proof doesn't rely on the Principia. Welcome back, J-Rock.
I don't know what happened. Like my connection lagged out and stuff.
It's okay. Anyway, it's okay. Anyway, here's the link to Up and Adam's video. Enjoy. Emma, this whole channel is seriously creepy. Why would you say that? My channel is creepy. It's like 99% debates about 1 + 1 = 2 and stuff like that. That's creepy. Maybe she means because there's pictures of women. So I actually added, one second, I'm going to share my screen. Yeah, this one. So I added a page. Let me refresh this. So I think it's in Who Am I? Like I explained why. Oh, in Home, I think. So why are there all these pictures of women on your sites? So women in my eyes, and basically all artists throughout human history, are the most beautiful thing in this universe. This is obviously a Darwinistic adaptation, hence it is probably also healthy to just stare at them and enjoy this art. However, please do not fap. I practice no fap, and I highly recommend it. I know that it's very difficult, especially for young, healthy men, but, do what you can. Let's continue. Where were we? We were here, and J-Rock. You can play. So, So Blood says, indeed. I guess they don't like the pictures. Russell Brand didn't write the Principia. Wait a minute. So that's what Up and Adam said. The Principia was written in the 17th century, dummy. You're talking about Principia of Isaac Newton. I'm talking about Principia Mathematica. Newton's Principia is Newton's Principia. That's physics. That's not math. So Newton wrote it. No, that's Principia, not Principia Mathematica. All right. So this way, evil cannot prevail. What is evil if you imagine there is no absolute truth? Right. I don't imagine. I just don't know what I just it's there is no absolute truth as far as I know. I don't have access to absolute knowledge, but within macro levels, macro illusion, macro analysis, we know what the words mean, what evil is, and what prevail means, and so if I want to be a good member of society, I don't want evil to prevail. So all good men need to stand shoulder to shoulder and be prepared, ready and prepared to sacrifice themselves. Not complicated. Seems to be very true. Have you read Sartre? I don't read. I avoid reading. I avoid inputs. I avoid everything. I avoid thinking. I just relax and work and fight. I like killing people in the gym. Mrs. Slave, go debate Hormaxer about NoFap. There's really nothing to debate. It's just my experience. Every time I tried it, it was amazing. It's just a time saver. It's a time saver. It's an energy saver. And it makes you obviously more horny, and you have better sex, and you enjoy women more. And every time you look at a woman, okay, I gotta be quiet. It's just you just enjoy life more. All right. So Newton wrote the Principia Mathematica, dummy. Wait a minute. Am I getting this wrong? Let me check. So Newton wrote the Principia. Let me see. Where is the Principia? Oh, so he called it? No, this is Newton's Philosophy Naturalis Principia Mathematica. It's not Principia Mathematica. There is a separate Principia Mathematica. Let me check. Principia. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's a different name. Yeah, there it is. Principia Mathematica. Principia Mathematica is a three. Wait, what's that noise? Wait, why am I hearing myself? I'm gonna mute you, J-Rock. Wait, why can't I mute you? Oh, now you're muted. Okay. So there it is. Principia Foundations. Let me see the rest of it. So share this. So here, for Isaac Newton's book containing basic laws of physics, the Philosophiae Naturalis Principia Mathematica, not to be confused with Principia Principles of Mathematics, another book Russell published in 1903. The Principia Mathematica often observed its Foundations of Mathematics, written by mathematician philosopher Alfred North Whitehead and Bertrand Russell, published 1910, 12, 13, and so on. So it's two different books. Yeah, I didn't know that Isaac Newton's book, because everyone always says just Principia when they refer to Newton's book. So there you go. All right, Woody Johnson, what's up, man? And over for thinkers. So yep, over for debate. Me bros, definitely. Oh, new guy, Truth Finder UK. Wait, he's an old guy. Hey guys, review my own mad podcast documentary, please. I guess DM me a link and I'll share it or something. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna end the stream. J-Rock, final words. Wait, you're muted. Try again. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna end the stream. I'm hearing myself, man. You're echoing. Are you there?
Thank you.
Try again. Go ahead. But you're echoing. Turn off
All right,
your
can you?
speaker. Turn off YouTube. You have YouTube
Oh my!
running in the
All
background.
right, can you hear me regular now?
Yeah, go ahead. Your
Oh,
final
hold on.
words.
I gotta
Last words.
turn up the volume on my computer. Okay, I'm back to normal. Final thoughts. Thanks
What
for
did
all
you
the
think of
newcomers
today's
for
debate?
coming along. And
Yeah, go on.
yeah, thanks to all
so
the
you're
newcomers
welcoming-
for checking out
Mhm.
Mr. Slave's channel. And yeah, and glad they got to see you on cam while you were going through comments. So yeah, they got to see your ski mask.
That's fantastic. Next time, maybe you can play the time that I was being whipped. Did you ever see that?
Yeah.
So
Next time we'll.
Next time you can share that. That was an interesting event. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. See you tonight. I guess 9 p.m. I'll try to be here at 9. All right. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.